Let's try out this primary Warlock thing. It's going to be NG+14 primary Warlock. See if we can figure this out. So this is going to be primary Warlock NG+14. So we're going to be winging this one because, yeah, we'll keep the same statues. Because I think that should be fine. Where's my statues? Callus, Kyra, Bogarth. Gonna actually, we should probably change our blessings because we're not going skills. We still want this one. Leech. You still leech from. Actually, we don't need leech because we're it'll do the damage over time. So we could go crit damage on primary. And Divine Bomb. We may need some gold for this. But anyway. Let's go Path of Defender. Blessing of Intellect. Symbol of Force. It's equal to 5 gladiator levels. It's either that or the lifesteal. Not really sure what I need. Because soul consumption should give us the lifesteal we need. Crit damage of skills. We're not going skills, so Symbol of Force and Divine Blast. Alright, we're going all in. I think you have to build, you'll have to do multi-runs to actually see how viable the build is. Yeah, that's probably true. If we have like a lot of fun on this, we'll just do it again. Like another time. We'll go Eruption, Incendiary Demise, Wicked Sickness, Overflowing Physique for sure. What's our crit looking like? Oh, we haven't bought skills. Or we haven't bought items. Let's go back to the items. We're definitely going to be using these 4 at least though. I'm going to try to go pretty much strictly primary and then use the other supplemental stuff. Because NG+14 is easy, you'll just clear either way. Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. This will be like a proof of concept then. Shield Breaker, not good enough. All their damage is going to be magic damage. So Heart Seeker's good enough for me. Let's go 14, 15, or 18. We ran out of silver keys one time. So now I feel like we need to up it a little bit, but we didn't get anywhere close to running out of silver keys last time. And let's go Lucky Hat. And then our final drink, let's see, crit is 33, so I want to up that some more. We'll go Crazy Eye. That brings us to almost 40 with 8% luck, which sounds good to me. So we'll do our regular primary build, Jump Trap, Top of Tower, Safe Corridors, Plentiful Gifts. Warlock doesn't have some hybrid though. He does not. 0 hybrid. What else are we doing? We're doing Serious Guidance, Glasswalk, Treasure Hunt, Demolish Spawners. We're just gonna do our regular setup for primary builds. 38k, sounds good. Doesn't he? Blessings? Decrease damage taken, magical damage increased by, or ignores 20% of the enemy's resist. Critical damage on your primary attack by 100, and then primary attack triggers an explosion. And if we're looking at his actual skills, we have Soul Consumption that just does magical damage, Lightning Bolt is just magic, Summon Gargoyle is just magic, Eye of the Storm is just magic. Yeah, so just magic. So, I mean, Stinger is terrible for us, it doesn't do anything, but we got the item we needed, that's all we really went for. Oh, you're saying he does have some hybrid. Oh, I guess the hybrid would be the Divine Blast. It does magic damage though. Yeah, I don't think we're doing any physical. But we'll see, I guess. Have we done everything? We just did the fountain, drinks, blessings, statues. Guess we're gonna buy some ore. Alright, let's try this out. So this is going to be 14 primary. This will be interesting. I can use like gargoyles for like a stun if I ever have that much mana, but I kind of expect to not ever have mana. We'll still cast skills if we have it. Oh, you thought the lightning bolt was hybrid? Yeah, he's one of those weird characters where he has nothing hybrid. Where sorcerer has everything hybrid, wizard has one thing hybrid. This guy, nothing. Everybody else has like some magic damage or physical damage mixed in there somewhere. It's kind of interesting that I have to like wait on the dot. Seems to be working though. Like you said though, like it's pretty much low NG for this. We're probably going to complete it either way. It is nice we get to use Overflowing Physique though. And probably just run into enemies. That's always a thing we want to do. Doesn't always work out. Just different from like the Gladiator and the Paladin, we don't have any block. We don't have any evasion like the Ranger or the, what's it called? Turn on numbers? Let's see. Is it local damage numbers? Wait, I guess it's not local. So... floating text. We'll try that. That crit chance, 40%. Oh wait, we just got an Assassin's Dagger, didn't we? So we're at the 48.4. We're at pretty much the max. Except for, see some 4Ks, some 7Ks. Alright, we'll try to do a run with numbers. Yeah, I can't see enemies at all with numbers. You need to attack mobs? You're getting there, dude. Skill power on primary. +1 on primary attack. And I guess we're gonna go combos here. Attacking air doesn't show damage. Alright, man. I get it. Oh, one thing I didn't realize, these mobs are starting to become tanky enough that I can use Overflowing Physique and not actually lose any mana. That's kind of cool. So you could still do Overflowing Physique as a caster. But if I can just hold down primary and walk through the game, that's the way to play it. The only thing is you have to keep in mind that you're not stunning. You're not stunning, but you're not blocking, you're not evading. So it may actually be good to like try to start with an evasion item on this character. Go luck evasion. Or you can stun with the gargoyle. But it's not as quick as like stunning with smoke bomb or stunning with the paladin's thing. But it's just Warlock, you'll always be full mana. That's true. It just kind of makes you feel like you should be utilizing the skills. I could still spam skills on bosses, but if I'm walking around, basically just been doing primary, but I can also spam a little more. It's gonna make it really difficult to tell, like, what's better. Because technically, since I do more primary damage right now, I'm getting more mana and life than I normally would be. So I guess that's one thing that the Warlock has that's nice, is it has built-in lifesteal, so you get an extra chapel bonus, pretty much. I got to go primary crit bonus for 5 extra gladiator NG levels, which isn't bad. I mean, there's nothing else to really take. I could go reflect, and like just play like a tank. Could have lifesteal just to have it. Nice, we got some boots of speed. Can actually go fast now. It's also nice we don't have to use Evil Infusion. So no Evil Infusion, no Crimson Death, and no Lifesteal. We should just try to tank, right? Seemed fine. Which maybe you could do that with the spell build. I usually just drop my totems and go run behind the stones though. Since this is doing so much more damage with our attack power and everything, we're getting so much more health and mana. It's definitely an interesting build. There's nothing over here. So many damage numbers. God, I can spam so much. Oh, I take a lot of damage though, but I like regenerate instantly. Some evasion will help. But I'm also trying to play as if I was a melee character, like a real melee character. I don't know, what do you think so far? Do you think this is a meme, or this is actually viable? Might just be a meme build. Oop, didn't actually click on it. Never lucky. Oh, we still got an item. We still got a chest and it was still an item. Was expecting a diamond, got an item. Does 2,000 damage. Okay, let's hit him. 2,000, 1,000, 2,000. That's those double crits. Yo, Matterson, what's up, dude? Is this a melee warlock? It is. We are playing melee warlock. We've scaled melee as much as possible. Trying it out. Still using mage lifesteal. I'll show you what we're using. We're going Path of Defender, Blessing of Intellect, Symbol of Force, Divine Blast. No lifesteal. Drinks, Frenetic Eruption, Incendiary Demise, Wicked Sickness, Overflowing Physique, Crazy Eye, no lifesteal. No Evil Infusion, no Crimson Death, no Blessing of whatever that gives you lifesteal. All the lifesteal is coming from soul consumption. So, trying that out. Stiletto, don't really do any physical damage. We'll still take it, I guess. Maybe the gold gain was the pick, but I don't feel like I need the gold gain. Yeah, it might just be a meme, but we're trying it. It's kind of nice that you don't have to go Evil Infusion, you don't have to go Crimson Death, you get the extra bonus from the chapel. which just equates to 5 gladiator levels, but NG levels. That's still nice. Seems like the damage is there. It does, doesn't it? Because you can also like apply your soul consumption and run away, it seems. We haven't really like had the opportunity to do that, but and see how much damage it actually does. I just took that guy out. If only it spread whenever the enemy that was afflicted by it died. It just keeps spreading for the remainder of the duration. And we can still use gargoyles for stunning. We still have like infinite mana. Or we definitely have infinite mana because soul consumption, so we can cast a bunch of stuff. Our magic damage still might be, or not our magic damage, but our skill damage might still be pretty high playing a build like this. I wish his passive was something but ranged. Yeah, I mean, then you'd be like an actual caster. Which is fine, he's kind of like a weird in-between. He's forced to play up close. Having delayed lifesteal on primary isn't safe enough though, so I think the extra lifesteal later will be needed for sure. Well, I guess that's true. I need combo. There's my combo. Yeah. I mean, it's really like, can you get the dot rolling before the enemy kills you? I guess becomes the issue. Yeah, we take out a statue pretty quickly. I guess I'm getting like confident and the NG really isn't high enough quite yet. But if I can play like this for even like a few NG levels, I'm gonna be having a pretty good time. Just because it feels so easy. I guess I feel like when I go skill build, I don't have enough primary damage to get enough lifesteal and mana steal. So it's really nice that I'm just like capped constantly. So I can just spam all my skills. Also, when the Warlock's not scaling primary, there's a lot of items you don't benefit from. So maybe this will be like a nice little answer to that. Because like, you'll get some of the melee items, but you don't really care about them. Dude, I'm gonna die with all these numbers. I can't see anything. Alright, I gotta turn these numbers off. I can't see anything. No. It's also cool that you leech off of constructs, where normally you wouldn't be able to. But the soul consumption works in this case. It's kind of cool. Most players don't have as good of guilds. Yeah, all my stuff is kind of skewed, because I have some NG levels and other characters that are pretty decent. 14's still like, I don't know. I guess my primary NG levels are better than my spellcaster NG levels. And my statues are like pretty decent, so statues might just be carrying me right now. There's a lot of ifs right now. But the idea is kind of interesting. The game is kind of in that state where you have a lot of damage. You can pretty much do anything. It's just surviving is going to be the issue. And what's the best way to survive? What did you start with? Heart and hat? Yeah, actually. That's exactly what I started with. Heartseeker and Het. I got like physical damage penetration, but I don't do any physical damage. Some attack power, some extra luck. Then we ended up finding a Heartseeker pretty early on. We also probably would have taken Mage Bane for this build, but it's good to have the boss damage, I guess. See, we're just kind of spamming skills. And thinking about the life steal some more. Yeah, attack power scales the dot, because it's all part of his primary attack. So even though this is called Soul Dagger, and it gives you soul consumption, which is not listed anywhere, you basically, Soul Dagger is just the attack you do, but soul consumption is all of your damage, and all of that is scaled with attack power and your primary crit and crit bonus. Yeah, Warlock's probably the most confusing scaling character because of that, because he does a magic damage over time that scales with something called attack power, which doesn't sound like magic damage, number one, and then it also doesn't sound like a dot. But that's the way it's classified, so it is what it is. Even though the language isn't very good, that's what happens. So silly. Okay, your first level. Do you have any extra attack speed already? I have the Kyra statue, number 1. So Kyra, and then our character, we bought Bracers of Quickness from the shop. But I don't think this increases the speed my dot ticks for damage. I'm not really sure on that one, because this just says deals 20 magic damage per second for 5 seconds. I don't think this increases the speed of the damage over time. So it just increases the speed that I can attack to put the dot on the target. So you're at like 37%. Yeah, I'm not sure the calculations with the diminishing returns, but yeah. I have plus 40, and then whatever gets diminished is what I have. God, I just jumped up in mana attacking that guy. If only the priest had this this primary attack. You could just scale it and leech all your mana constantly. I really don't think we need damage, we just need life. Life is like, seems pretty important since we're going melee. Let's check up top. Some ore, some diamonds. Yeah, I'm not certain if it ticks faster or not. I believe attack speed has diminishing returns. If anybody knows. I think pretty much everything has diminishing returns. But I'm not certain about that. Yeah, there's not much explained in the game. Kind of like D2. Yeah, in a way it is. played a lot of Path of Exile, so kind of used to it. If you played Path early on, there was no information anywhere, and now it's a lot easier to get information. So it didn't really bother me that you couldn't get information for this game. I'm just gonna run away from that. Let's see, I wonder if there's a limit to the number of dot stacks you can have on a target, assuming ultra fast attack speed. I think you can only have one. I never liked PoE. Yeah, the game's kind of bloated, but once you get to the end game, it's a lot more fun than early game. Early game sucks. Especially on your first character. Alright, I'm sure these bosses are gonna hit like a truck. Well, we have the blessing, so it's not gonna be entirely accurate. Well, we killed one. Didn't really mean to. Killed two. Alright, if this guy can land, that would be nice. I mean... yeah, I mean, that's why I kind of compare it to this game, because even if you read some of the items literally, it still doesn't really make a ton of sense always. But yeah, PoE usually, they kind of overcomplicate a lot. This is more just like the descriptions aren't quite there. They could be a little better. Saying like exactly what things do, what scales them. Maybe like the tooltip would actually show you how the damage is impacted. So like if this changed to where instead of saying 20 magic damage, it actually did 20 times the 1090% plus the, yeah, whatever else. And then did like the average damage with the crit and crit bonus, that'd be kind of helpful. But there's also like double crits and stuff in this game, so I get kind of why that isn't like that. Which, double critting is probably the most like unintuitive thing about this game. Besides like the Warlock primary with the passive granted by the primary scaling off of attack power. We need to find Wand of Spell Piercing. That's what we need to find. That's a way to increase our damage. Whoa, we lost the texture behind the book. What? How did we lose that? I liked my book how it was. Boot to the Giant. Standing in a corner is not a good idea. Getting pelted by these wisps. Let's see, numbers being turned off. I guess numbers being turned off could have killed it. But I usually play with numbers turned off. So I guess it just like changing it might have disrupted it. Had to restart the client for it to be fixed. I don't know. Gonna definitely die with numbers turned on, so need numbers turned off for a moment. Wisp are probably like the bane of this character. Yeah, how much evasion are we up to? We're up to 11. We definitely want some more evasion items. Ooh, well, what did we just say? If we can get some more evasion, we can actually like live through projectiles and whatnot. Start playing like a thief a little bit. Just gotta soak everything. Yeah, it's just that like we had the protection monolith right there. Well, I guess that wasn't a good spot because we were out of position, but we kind of had everything and we almost died. We had the monolith buff, we have overflowing physique, we have some extra health with like adventurous garb, we have boots of the giant. We had just picked that up though. Yeah, that's kind of the issue with this being a melee character, is you soak like every single hit that you can't evade. You don't have a way to really stun. Like Gargoyle kind of stuns, but it's not like an oh shit button. You gotta preemptively place it in like a good way and drag the mobs over it. You don't have any evasion, you don't have any block. So you can find enough items early on, like the pot helm, get your block, you can get a bunch of evasion from the trickster stuff, you get enough luck, like maybe you can just evade everything as like a form of defense. But that seems like the biggest struggle for this character, is finding like a good way to defend. We'll just use Spell Vamp to kill that. Oh, you mean like Leech? Because of the magic damage? Yeah, I guess Leech would do it. Because my hit does... I technically have like hits on this primary. Normally it only does the soul consumption, but we have plus 40 to... we have plus 46 now to the actual hit, so that would be leeched. We have to try another run with a Leech instead of the crit bonus. Because if Leech can save us from dying like one time, I think we'd rather it than the crit bonus. Crit bonus is just gladiator levels, which is really not a big deal. Leech you can't get anywhere else. We got, ooh, Frying Pan looks good. I think we definitely want the Frying Pan. Markham's for sure, it's got some more health, and Great Helm is more... Now we gotta go the attack damage and the physical and primary. So now our primary is doing 46 magic and 10 physical. Not bad. And then it also does the dot. Which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're leeching 2.5% of that, and all of that is still scaled. So let me actually think about that. If we're doing, let's just say 50, and the 50 is times by, let's say 1,000. So that is 500 damage, and we get 2.5% of that, which is, yeah, it's pretty good leech. Okay, I definitely have convinced myself I should have taken the leech. It looks like you can manage without it, but I think you're right, author, that we would need it in some of the later levels, for sure. Like, we're only able to get away with this because our NG titles right now. But leech in the future would be amazing. And now we're just trying to stand backwards as much as we can to block with the Frying Pan, but it's not the easiest thing to micro. Yo, that hurts. Let me out of there. The ghosts also hurt. Which would just straight like tank them. It's kind of curious about the damage. And I was hoping I could just chill in the corner and kill while the projectiles did his thing and just block him with the frying pan. But that didn't work out. That didn't work out in reality. Let's see. Does the dot affect proc chance of the items? No, it doesn't. But technically, the skill itself, even without Incendiary Demise and the other physical that I have added here, it still procs when you attack. It procs items, just the dot doesn't proc. It's like the weirdest skill in the game. So I think it technically does like 1 damage or something, but it's not listed anywhere. And that 1 damage procs any of your proc items that you have. Yeah, Wisp are really scary for this build, at least right now. And it might just be a leech issue. It just feels like I get chunked pretty hard. Alright, I at least saw it. Good enough for me. Does look like the dot does a lot of damage. It like 1-ticks a lot of enemies, as long as you hit them. Tricksters. Alright, we're going for the evade. 35.9. We just need the boots. We still won't get nearly as much evasion as some of the other characters. And we also have some things just kind of working out for us this run. So I'm trying to downplay it a little bit. So the leech will help. Definitely glad I picked up Path of the Defender. Plus your luck modifier. Yeah, I have the 36% plus 10 luck. Also for this boss, we already have the extra damage. So it's a little misleading. We also have a ton of health with some of our items. We have the Attune Markhams. We have, what else? Boots of the Giant. We have Adventurer's Garb. It might just be that, like, you can play whatever you want at this level. And it will work out. Did you see that other question? Let's see, does increased skill speed item make gladiator stacks come back? No, I don't think so. Actually, that should work, shouldn't it? Actually, it might. That's a weird one. I would ask that in the Discord. I'm not really sure. Trying to think, because technically it's a skill, and you reduce the skill's cooldown. It has a cooldown, but I have a feeling it doesn't work. It sounds like it would work, but I have a feeling it doesn't work. Just probably from like an oversight. Also, this orb hurts. It seems like it could have been on my mind playing tricks on me. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell like a difference between 0.5 seconds. Oh, we stepped away. Didn't mean to step away. Alright, so we were taking a lot of damage in the first one. This one might hurt. But we'll try to spam our skills a little more. It just feels like we get chunked pretty hard. Yeah, but anyway, my point is, like, it's really hard to tell between 0.5 stack recharge and 0.4. And I definitely haven't tested it, so I don't know for certain. Because in theory, it reduces the cooldown of all your skills, but that's technically a passive skill. So it should, in theory, reduce the cooldown of that. It's one of those things, it definitely seems like it should work like that, and they probably just, I don't know. I feel like that's something they might have overlooked. Because also when you're like looking to get your stacks back, you're usually like fighting, and if you're fighting you're getting stacks back when you're blocking. It's like really difficult to tell. You could test it in town, I guess. Really feels like the Chapel Leech will smooth this out for you. I'm definitely gonna get it before I do another run like this. Because it hurts a little too much, and I don't know if it's the delay or not, and I would like to know. I have to assume it's the delay. So now we're in combo. So we're hitting stuff, and things are pretty much dying instantly. But things that don't die instantly, we get the soul consumption on. Try to do this one without casting any spells and see what it looks like. And he gets stuck. I hit him somehow. Yikes. Got to half health. Not something I really want to see. Two spheres. So yeah, maybe the leech will smooth it all out. Is the eye the scariest boss at higher NGs? No, I don't think so. He's either like you can tank him or you can't. And most builds are able to find a way to tank him like I just did. So I'd say the scariest might be Construct, the first one, or the Wraiths. The Wraiths do a lot of damage, but the Construct you can't leech against. Warlock is your favorite solo class? Probably not. I think Ranger is probably my favorite. At least with the changes. Favorite solo class, even though I've played it like less than some of these other ones. It's just really fun runs, and you can do like a full run in 35 minutes. Thief is also really fun too. I definitely like the primary builds, so if I can make Warlock into a primary, that'll feel really nice. Jeez, I like can't see what's going on. We probably pulled too much stuff. We can disarm now. And we have even more luck. We have all the luck now. We have 14. Oh yeah, Ranger. Ranger is probably like... It's been my favorite since the DLC, at least. The gameplay is really nice. It's really quick. I'm enjoying Priest and Ranger. Yeah, the new Priest is nice too. I like Primary Priest a lot. I don't know if you're talking about Primary Priest, but I enjoy me some Primary Priest. I just like the Priest a lot. Priest is fun. It's kind of unfortunate that his title doesn't scale well. I think it'd be more interesting if they made it to where it gave flat health or flat mana. Like 1 health and 1 mana for each NG level or something. Because the regen is really pathetic. takes 5 NGs to get 1. And sure, the priest gets triple benefit, but it's still like not great. So these guys must just have a lot of magic resist, because I don't do like any damage to those overseers. Oh, that's some ore right there. I like the regen for countering Crimson. Oh, I don't play with Crimson on any of my builds anymore, because I just don't like it mechanically. So I guess I'm a little biased. Yeah, when I had to use Crimson, you almost felt like you needed priest levels just to counteract it, so you weren't standing around waiting for your health to regen before boss fights for like ages. Sphere of Champions. I think that was Champions. What was that one called? Yeah, Champions. They could make an item that scales your damage based on your health regen. Seems pretty niche, but it would kind of fit the theme of the Seals of Soul, I guess? Because there's a Seals of Soul where, depending on your current health or health missing, it does like attack speed, which would be really good if you could get that bonus without it being for missing health. Whereas like Seal of Souls, you can always get it, you can just play a character that gets rid of its mana. Give me some ore. But now you get full HP before all bosses anyway. That would be cool. Yeah, I think like just more items in general is always good. Because then more builds can exist. See, stuff like this I'm afraid to like fight against. Just like using gargoyles to stun and like running away as I attack. We get a bunch of soul consumptions on those guys. Walk through. More soul consumptions. It's kind of nice, like 5 seconds of leech or soul consumption. You can regen like a good amount of damage in that time. Let's see, have we been picking up enough mana this run? Sword of Kings, we basically have to take this, right? I want Scarab. And what else do I want? Guess I want... I just take the Beast Manual. I haven't really been picking up enough gold. Alright, so we got enough for Scarab. I think we need another 10k for the Beast Manual. Let's see. In my opinion, those seals are almost always worthless aside from the mana one. Yeah, that's the issue with it. Is I think they should all be kind of useful in some situation, but they made it to where some of them are always useless. Like maybe there's a time where you go to 50% health and you're not stunned and you're able to attack and you're able to get your life back faster and then you lose the buff instantly. But how often does that actually happen? And you can never like really feel when that happens. So I don't know, I definitely don't like the design of those seals. There's 3 of them, and then like the set bonus is also not good. Alright, let's grab the Scarab and the Beast Manual. We could have probably found enough for Skull Smasher, but it's not a big deal. Oh, we got one of the worthless ones. Let's see what this actually does again. Deal 1% more damage for each % health missing. Like, you're never going to be able to use that effectively. Or at all. Old map. You don't want more orbs? I mean, I did, but it was 40k for the orb, so... I didn't think I was going to be running around enough to get 40k. We did get another Kings. Is that 3-piece? That is 3-piece. So now we have plus... What did we have before? 40? Now we have 73% increased attack speed. King's Hype. How's the primary build working so far? It seems okay. I feel like we need, I feel like I need magic penetration for sure, like Mage Bane or something. Because all my damage is magic, but I'm starting to find enemies that have a lot of resist. Like the Overseers have a lot of resist, and it just feels like I'm doing no damage versus them. Let's see, if I was going to pick a good class for solo NG+, you would recommend Ranger? I just have the most fun on Ranger. So, Ranger I have 18. Paladin's like the easiest, to be fair. He's the most flexible. He's very forgiving to play. Grab one of these. I just like the Ranger. I think he's fun. I would say the best is probably whatever you have fun. Unless you're going for high NG, then it's clearly the Paladin's the best. Oh, we got the sphere anyway. But I on average just enjoy primary builds more. So Ranger, Priest is also fun, Thief is fun, Paladin is fun. And those are like the faster ones. The Ranger, Paladin, and Thief are fast. And then after that you have like Gladiator, Priest, if Warlock's any good, Warlock. But they can't really walk, or they can't move any faster than their walking speed, which is what kind of hurts them. Okay, I'm Paladin at +2, just trying to figure out if I'm going to hit a brutal wall. No, not really. I would say NG 20 and below, you can probably level up everyone to 20. That's what I'm currently working on. My only outliers are Rogue is 22 and Paladin is 39, which I recently did this. He was 30 like a week or two ago, and I would still be able to do everything I've done with him at level 30, maybe less. A lot of the stuff that carries is the statues. If you can get some statue levels, you can play most of the primary builds like really easily. Statues and drinks pretty much carry you. Is your priest the lowest? Let's see. Priest is 12. Wizard is 11. Wizard is technically lower. Which I like priest more, so priest will get higher than the wizard for sure. Wizard just a little too squishy for me to really enjoy it. It's like a spellcaster, and it's like a really squishy spellcaster. Also, we just got, what is that one? That is even more increased attack speed, so we went from 73 to 123. Our character is attacking really quickly. It's a little unfortunate that we can't go without Leech, because it'd be kind of cool. Like, really only characters that can even try to play without Leech would be like the Priest and the Warlock, with the Priest having a way harder time than the Warlock. Since the Warlock will use its primary no matter what, Priest doesn't always use the Holy Ground things. Are we almost to the level? Oh, we totally missed a level somewhere. Oh well. It's probably because we skipped most of Act 5 just running around. That's fine. We'll get it all in the next run. Not tonight, but another time. Catch the Warlock up. Or we could do like Arena or Pyramid with him or something. There's lots of ways to get XP. See, some of these guys feel like they die from the hit, and other ones feel like they die from the damage over time. It's kind of hard to tell which one's which. So those guys should all have the soul consumption. I'm gonna turn on my my numbers again. Floating attacks, local damage. I'm just curious to see how much the damage over time is doing. It's at 400, 400, 200. Yeah, I guess non-crits are going to be kind of small. Because you're scaling 20 damage up. When you use like Incendiary Demise, it doesn't add it to the damage over time. It just adds it to the front damage. That's kind of the issue with the build, I guess. Is you're always scaling this 20% damage. Ew, Warlock. It's primary Warlock at least. It's a little different. But yeah, can't see anything. So let's turn that back off. Anything is better than Sork. Oh, Sork's good. My Warlock seems so weak comparatively. Then my current thing I'm doing? That's not with Mage Bane if you had it. I don't have Mage Bane. I wish I had it. Yeah, I've had Mage Bane or some Magic Penetration, because I don't have Wand of Spell Piercing and I don't have Mage Bane. So I don't have any way to actually deal more damage with the soul consumption, besides just scaling crit, combo, crit bonus. Oh. Be curious to see our damage. I wish it would show like primary damage versus skill damage. But I don't think we have that information. So physical damage dealt 15.9. A lot of that was from just flat physical damage we got early on, and magic damage 95 mil. So does the plus 20% to primary attack in the chapel increase the base from 20 to 24? Let me read which one you're talking about. Plus 20 to primary attack. Increases damage of your primary attack by 20. Yeah, it should. I think it's still more effective to go defense for this character, but yeah, it would just give you like times 20%. It's going to be additive with other increases though. And you have to go Blessing. I think for sure we'll go Symbol of Essence. So we'll actually respec this for next time. Fine Blast. Seems like so little. Yeah. And also we don't have a lot of attack stuff. attuned. We have most of the skill stuff done. We have like Sword of Kings. So I think we'll pick up maybe Stormcaller, Frostbrand, Flametongue. That's... I'll have to figure out if this +5 magic damage adds it to the debuff or not. I think it just adds it to the initial hit. Is there a way I can see this? Game. So if we go to the fountain and we turn off class titles, character increases damage by 400%. 80 is from statues. So let me also turn off some statues. So now we're at 240, which 120 is from the upgrades that are just in the town, I believe. We'll see. So 20 times 240 should be 60 something damage before like crits and whatnot. We did 18. 18 is our damage over time. Oh, because he has resist and all that. Okay, that makes sense. So we did a 73 hit and then we're doing 18 damage over time. Or maybe that's just crit. It's kind of hard to tell. 73 crit, 18, 18. Yeah, that's just our damage over time critting. So there's something we're going to test. Oh, if we make an item that gives us flat damage. What's an item that gives us flat damage? Spiked Flail. It's going to add this to the damage over time. 14. 21. So it looks like it does add it to the damage over time. Oh, well then you can scale it like a lot better then. Okay. With that in mind, we'll do another run like tomorrow or something. See if we can scale this a little better. If Spike Flail actually adds. Interesting. So it just shows that it's hybrid damage then, because that's basically doing 20 magic damage per second for 5 seconds, but also doing the 6 physical damage as well. What would you do to scale it better? I'll have to think about that. I mean, you could change like the starting items. I think you still need crit, luck, and you could probably go for like Wand of Spell Piercing. There were just things I didn't value, like going through the run. Like I didn't value items that really gave me plus the flat damage very much. So maybe you can adjust that a little bit. The damage seemed mainly fine though. So I gotta really like see if this is viable later on in the game. And if it's better to get flat damage like Enchanted Slammer, or if it's better to get percentage damage like well, we already take Wicked Sickness, but like Last Stand or something, Double Thriller. I think the first step will just be evaluating items a little differently and using the lifesteal from the chapel. Alright, let's finish attuning some items. So we're just going to tune this flat damage then, because that seems pretty good. And I think that's all we really need. Let's check the items real quick. Blood Dagger, no one cares. Beast, we'll go Undead. There's so much Undead in the game. Act 1, or sorry, Act 2, Act 5, and missed on another one, right? Oh, Act 3, right. So we'll just go in and kill our character real quick. So does the initial hit modify the size of the dot or are they independent? It's not actually showing me initial hit, but it does proc. If you have like proc items and proc it. So it looks like the initial hit it doesn't actually do damage, it just procs your items. So it's really just strictly damage over time. So we keep attacking, and when we keep attacking, it keeps reapplying the dot from what I understand. And that makes it tick. I don't know, we're gonna have to look into this some more. So much metagame in this game. Yeah. This is kind of like a tough one to crack. Like what's actually best to use. Because like, while you scale your primary attack, you get more mana for your other attacks, which is kind of interesting. Maybe there's some way you could play hybrid